Hey guys, and we are live with another webinar, 24-hour marketing mastermind. And we've got a really special hangout for you today, man. We've got unbelievable information. And first off, I just want to tell you, there was the event for Empower Network Unleash event that happened, and unfortunately, I wasn't able to go. But I was able to see the hangout, to see the actual event because they had live streaming there. It was a paid streaming that I watched, and it was absolutely incredible. I got to say, I got so much value from that event. It was unreal. I mean, there was literally like almost 30 hours of training. I mean, just pure information, and I took so many notes. I took so much information in. It's literally just changed the way I think about marketing, and I really want to share that with you guys. I want to explain, how powerful these events are. In fact, it's inspired me so much that I'm going to do absolutely everything I can to get to that next event, which is going to be Rise. It's called Rise. It's going to be happening in Las Vegas. And I'm going to do everything I possibly can to get there. And I just want to say that, if you guys ever get the chance to be a part of something like this, you've got to make an effort. And it really has just excited me. And I want to really kind of encourage you guys to do something. I want to give you guys a challenge because this has actually challenged me. And even though I kind of kept to this in my own, personal life as I've been doing marketing, I want to kind of make it official, give you guys some value of what I actually learned and and the biggest thing that had the impact on me. And what I want to talk about is, as we would say in my accent, is fasting, or if you're an American, you call it fasting. About going, whether when you stop eating, for a certain amount of time because you're praying or whatever the case is. But I want to talk to you about an actual marketing fast, which I think that every single person in the marketing niche, any sort of network that you're in, you should do this. And I want to tell you the things that you should do. And one of the things they teach you in Empower Network is to listen to an audio every day. Now, I know you've heard that from me and people that have been on the actual the webinar itself, but I want to encourage you guys, if you guys are not in Empower Network, you've got to make that step, all right? You've got to get into that training, especially with the Inner Circle. And, the whole idea is that, we were given an Inner Circle audio to listen to, and I actually listened to the audio I think it was yesterday, and it really inspired me and got me thinking about a whole bunch of things that I could do because there was just so much training in it. So I want to encourage you guys, if you are in Empower Network, first of all, to get in, and if you aren't in there, to get in, and if you are in, I want to encourage you to listen to an audio every single day, maybe in the morning and at night, because those are the best times to listen to audio, when you wake up and just before you go to sleep. Because, as I say, in the actual events, your subconscious mind starts to actually use these principles and to apply them in your life. All right, so that's the first thing I want you to do. The second thing I want you to do is to actually go ahead and read something of value every single day. All right, now, saying what to read, any sort of material that's going to help you with a strategy or anything that's going to inspire you, you need to be reading every single day. Guys, that means that you've actually got to get down and do this. So you've got to listen to an audio, you've got to listen to, you've got to read something every day, and you've got to take in some sort of training. The other thing you need to do is, if you're not doing it, and if you're in Empower Network, and if you're not in Empower Network, you've got to get this, and that is to blog every single day. All right, so you need to listen to audio, you need to read something every day, and you need to be blogging every single day. All right, now this is extremely important. Now, the other part of this fast, or fast as you call it in America, is to cut out the news. All right, you've got to stop listening to the news. And the reason we want to do this is because 95% of the news that you're listening today is just negative stuff. You never hear about oh, well, you know, there was this wonderful thing that happened on the other side of the world that really helped all these kids. You're always learning about the latest virus that's attacking everybody or wars that are happening. You've got to cut that stuff out of your life. And the reason you have to do that is because you've got to start reprogramming your mind to think in a way that's going to help you and not to bring you back. When you start listening to negativity, like the news, you know, in fact, you know, I would go as far as to say to stop watching TV, all right? The simple fact is that we spend most of our time watching TV, all right? So you've got to cut out listening to the news, cut out all of that negative stuff in your life, and start focusing on things that are positive that are going to help you grow in your business. And when you start cutting out the negativity and you replace it with audios, you replace it with reading, and you replace it with training, and you replace it with blogging every day, that is the thing that's going to take you to the next level, all right? People say to me all the time, how is it that you're able to get to the position you're at, getting a residual income, not having to work a 9-to-5 job? It's because I have cut out all of that stuff. You know, when I first got into marketing, I was still watching everything I could, watching all the series, doing all of that stuff like that. And the more I got into marketing, I haven't seen TV in such a long time, I forget what's going on. And that's what you have to do. And it may be a simple step. It may be something that you just got to do and start today. And I would challenge you to actually make it a 30-day plan where you cut out everything that is negative in your life. Stop hanging around people that are bringing you down. Stop hanging around people that are just going to fill your life with negativity all the time. You know, somebody loses their job, for instance. Where do they go? They're going to hang out with their friends and they complain about life. Do you think they're going to get success? Absolutely not. If you hang around people that are negative, it's going to be a reflection of your life. All right, you've got to hang around with people that are going to help you, and the people that are going to help you are people in this group, people in the 24-Hour Marketing Mastermind group, where people are accomplishing things, when they're actually making positive changes in their life. That is what is going to get you to the next level. All right. So, having said that, I want to ask you guys: are you ready to take this challenge on and to have a marketing fast, where you are going to cut out all the negativity in your life, when you're going to focus on positive stuff? And if you are going to do that, I want to encourage you guys to say, yes, I am, in the comment section so we can see that you are committed to this. I really believe that if you are going to make a difference in your life, you've got to start transforming the inside, and you've got to start thinking in a way that's going to help you, all right? Because if you don't change the way you think, you're not going to be able to change the way you act, all right? And that is just the simple fact, all right? You've got to start thinking in a way that's going to help you. You know what? The interesting thing about the audio that I listened to when David Wood was speaking was the fact that he had to change the way that he was. He had to stop believing in himself. And, you know, a lot of people in this industry simply do not believe in what they're doing. They do not have a real will to say, you know what, I'm going to make this happen no matter what. And you have to stop believing in yourself. And it's not that difficult. You know, the problem is that when you start complaining, when you start saying, oh, this is, you know, I'm really not, you know, things aren't going my way, the truth is that all of this negativity around you, like watching the news and reading bad things and watching all of this violence, is just affecting the way that you act. And whatever you do online, it's going to affect you. And you've got to start changing the way that you speak. I want to also give you another challenge, and just to prove my point to you with regards to not being other people focused, I want to say this to you, all right? Can you go one day without talking about yourself? Can you? Because believe me, it's harder than you think, all right? Try and think about other people. Ask questions about them, where they're coming at. You will find, in fact, I write about this in my book, and I knew a guy, his name was Grant, he was a minister, and he had this uncanny knack of being able to, you know, make the conversation about the other person. And it was really, really frustrating because what would happen is I would ask him about, how he was doing, and he would just flip it around to talk about me. And when I kind of caught on to this, because when he flips it back on me, it's easy to talk about my problems. But when you're trying to talk about him, he wouldn't let you. So I want to also encourage you to start, when you speak to people, start asking them questions about how they're doing. Don't make it about you. See if you can go one day without doing that, and I promise you it's harder than you think. And usually when we focus on ourselves, we focus on the things that are wrong with us, things that we need to get right. Oh, my life isn't great. My life is so terrible. I don't know what to do. I'm really having this problem. And the way we get out of that habit is by training our brain to think in the right way. So I really want to encourage you guys to start thinking, taking out the negativity of your life, because that's the only way you're going to grow. One of the great things about the two people I want to bring on today is that these guys are absolutely just focused on their business, and all they talk about is how they want to help people. And I think that's a great inspiration to everybody watching this. When you really start to realize the potential of where your business can grow, you understand how you're going to impact other people's lives. Because these two gentlemen that I'm going to bring on now are the two guys that were actually at the event. They were there, and it was great. I actually felt like I was there with them because, after an event, Johnny would call me up, Jeff would message me and send me photos and pictures, and it was saying how great the event was. And I got so envious of these two. It was unreal. And I can just see the difference in what this event has done for them. So I want to bring on Jeff, if you're there. Jeff, if you could.
What's up, man?
Man, it's so great. Yeah, I can see you, man. It's really a pleasure having you on, man. Honestly, I don't think I can see you actually.
Oh, you can't see me?
Yeah, just click on the. There should be a video. Click on the camera icon at the top.
Okay. Oops.
Yeah, no, you're not on. You're not on.
Right. Can you see me now?
No. Is your Skype on?
Okay. Oh yeah. No, I think I'm exited. I'm off Skype.
Okay, go to the top where it says. You'll see the little camera. Just say turn the camera on.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Let's see here. Sorry, guys. I'm not really good with technology, I guess. Let's see here. It just says camera off here.
Okay, click on it again.
Okay, gotcha.
Got it?
There you go. What do you think? Can you see me?
No, okay, go to the wheel cog on the right. Go to the wheel cog on the right.
Okay.
Okay, now you should be able to select the camera. Then click save once you've selected it.
Okay.
Can you see it?
No.
Okay, not a problem.
anyways, guys. Dave, thank you so much for having me on, man. It's an absolute blast in Nashville. I just can't put it into words. Actually, we just rolled into town less than an hour ago. I walked in my house, got to hug my kids, got to pick them up, tuck them into bed. Just meet with my family. That I just kind of got swarmed as soon as I walked in the door because we've been gone for the last 4 days, and I haven't checked in with my family that much. I was just totally focused on what I was there to do. So I knew I wasn't there to talk to my family all day. So, so it was nice to finally be back. But the event, I'm literally in my bed right now because I'm just so wiped out, honestly, because we stayed out until about 3 or 4 this morning, shutting down a Waffle House with Chris Jones and John Pemberthy, and it was just an absolute blast. I mean, we went out. We had the iPass Black party last night after the event was over with or whatever. So at the iPass Black party, I actually got to sit there and hang out with Lawrence Tam. I got to hang out with Dee Berengia, Alex and Anna Zubrev, Chris Jones. I
Wow,
mean,
so
just so
you guys actually got to sit down and have conversation with these guys.
yeah, man, and you know, I actually got some commitments from some pretty big people. I'm not going to mention any names right now, but you know, I've got some commitments from some pretty big people who want to come over and you know, kind of hang out with us one day. So in the near future, we might have a yeah, I'm going to say it has something to do with somebody with a ring. Let's just say that. You know, I'm not going to say what it is. You know, let's just say they got a lot of diamonds in that ring. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, man.
So, yeah, man. So yeah, we all went down and had iPass Black after party, and so we just kind of went bar hopping for a little bit, and then like I said, we shut down a Waffle House.
Jeez. And what do you think? If you could say,
Hey guys,
I
you can
would
see
say
me.
maybe
They said they could see me down there, so I'm reading the comments right
yeah,
now. So yeah, thanks for letting
yeah.
me know you can see me, guys. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Um,
Um,
if
so
you could tell us,
now I just feel goofy for sitting here just looking like this now. So, but anyway, like I said, guys, I'm like totally wiped out. So if you have anything specific that you want, you know, a story about, you know, hanging out with Lawrence Tam or whatever. Actually, I'll just go ahead and tell you one. Like, here's one of the things I learned at the event, you know, that kind of transformed me and started to transform me is what you were going back to, Dave. I love what you said about it's your mindset and the things that you can do to improve your mindset. You know what I mean? Such as listening to audios and reading books and things like that. That's awesome stuff, you know, because it does mean so much. And you know, my mindset and Johnny's mindset this weekend is what um, you know, got us in contact with these people. That's what got us going out partying with Chris Jones, you know, Dee Varengia, Aaron Rashkin. You know, we were partying with these guys, and they're just hanging out with us like we're one of them. So, you know, they're regular people just like me and you, but they have extraordinary results. And, you know, the results are not typical because these are not typical people. So, mindset is one of the biggest breakthroughs that I had this weekend because it allowed me and Johnny to be able to, you know, one of the first things that we did, actually the first big thing that we were able to do was go up and get an interview with Jay Cron. And so, you know, we got an interview with Jay Cron, and he actually just turned that so many different ways. It wasn't funny, but you know, just to be able to rub elbows with these people, just to be able to hang out with these people and kind of pick their brain. I mean, if you were hanging out with millionaires, wouldn't you want to get all the tips you could get for how to make your business more successful? I mean, yeah, it's like you feel like a rock star when something like that happens, you know. Um, so it was just absolutely great. Um, I just I don't know how to explain it. I can't put it all into words right now.
yeah, I'm sure, man. It must be quite something being able to come back from that thing. I tell you, I was so envious of you guys. I was like, man, because I was watching the whole thing and I just thought, wow, the electricity in that room must have been amazing.
Man, and I'm telling you, there's a total difference. You know, I love going to Tactical Tuesday and getting the training there, and you know, getting to see these people do our live trainings. You know, that's where I learned so much of my stuff is from these Tactical Tuesdays that they do. Um, but getting to actually see these people and be in the same room with these people while they're speaking and seeing it live, it's a way different experience than just watching it on your computer. You can't even get that close to that experience on your computer that you can get when you're just in the same room with these people. You see them, you feel them stomp their foot on that stage. You see them jumping up and down. You can feel that energy, and it's unbelievable. It's unreal, you know. And I'll tell you what, guys, we have some of the nicest people in the Empower Network that you'll find anywhere, hands down. And I've been in a lot of opportunities before, and I've never seen the kind of support that we have in this community before. And this event live just proved it because, you know, like I said, rubbing shoulders with the big people is nice, but there's also, you know, thousands of other people there that, you know, that you get to talk to, and they're from all over the place, you know. So I'm just you know, a redneck guy from Tennessee, but I get to hang out with people from New Zealand, Austria, uh, man, I can't even begin to name all the different countries. You know, John Penrith's from the UK. You know, J.K. Jr.'s from Austria. You know, I mean, it's just it's unbelievable the the diversity we have in this company, and you know, it's crazy because I've got this accent, so uh, we were hanging out with a few people from like New Zealand and places like that last night, and they were actually trying to record our accent for some reason, and we thought we were telling them that their accent was sexy, and these are like the biggest people, like the $1 million earner people and the six-figure earner people and all that stuff. So, I mean, it's just absolutely wild.
One of the things that struck me about the event that I saw just from being here was how much they recognized people who weren't earning as higher commissions as, like, let's say, the $1 million earners. There was just as much respect for people who are earning $1,000 a month, even $1 that they first made, and somebody earning $900,000. Because they had everybody go on that stage, when they were celebrating people that had earned. It was incredible, man.
I mean, like you get that kind of incredible experience from watching the live stream, but whenever the commission countdown was going on, I mean, the only thing I can describe it as is pure pandemonium. Just the electricity in the room would be enough to fuel this whole city, that I live in for a year probably. It was that kind of intensity whenever the commission countdown was going on. To watch the stage just so packed with people that it's overflowing, you can't even get everybody up there. It's just
the other thing that I recognize, because I've been in a couple of MLMs before, and the one thing that this event had that I've never seen ever was the whole compliance thing. When they had the compliance officers coming up and talking about High Empowerment Network is really doing the utmost to stay in compliance with everything, because that was quite a big section.
Compliance is a huge deal, and that's how you know that we're in a great company, because they actually care about, they want you to go check out the income disclaimer. That's why they're constantly saying, go ahead, go check out how much we're making. If you don't believe it, just go look. I mean, it's that simple. So why don't other companies do that? It's because nobody's making money in those other companies. And, I mean, it's pure. That's the plain and simple fact. There's a few people making money probably, but not like the Empower Network. Compliance is actually who's saying, and the technical team. Did you see the little compliance video they did? It was flashing across the screen. I'm not sure if they showed it on the live show or not, but Travis from the technical team actually made a really awesome kind of compliance video.
I saw that. They had oh man, Travis was hysterical. Well, was that the guy that impersonated Dave Wood?
Yes, it was.
Oh my word, it was so funny. I was like, thank you, brother. It was hilarious.
Yes, sir.
I want to bring in Johnny if you're there. I know Johnny was also there, and you two are cousins, right?
Yeah.
Just wondering if everyone can see Johnny, just say if we can see him. But Johnny, please tell us about your experience and what you got out of this event, and please share with us.
Man, it's like I don't even know where to start because there was so much, and it's kind of like what Jeff said, like the live stream's great and you got to be there and experience, but I'm telling you guys right now, there's nothing like being there. You hear all the time about, I'm talking about breakthroughs, right? And like to me, when I hear about people having breakthroughs, I think about, oh, well, they went to an event, they come back, and they made all this money, right? Well, the real breakthrough is internal with you. You know what I mean? It's in your heart, it's in your mind, it's just everything. Because it's like Jeff said, like if our mindset hadn't have been right, dude, there's no way I would have walked up to Jay Cron. There's no way we would have walked up to Dee Varengia and everybody else and got all these interviews. And that's the thing with these events. I'm telling you, the ticket price that they give that for, dude, it should be $5,000. I mean, really, like, because that's the stuff that you get. So when they offer these tickets for, $117, $147, get your ticket, because just like I told you earlier, Dad, you're going to get your value 100 times plus. It's just ridiculous. because it was just so much more than, I mean, the event was great. Believe me, the value that they give in there when you're sitting in there is just, it's pure gold. But the whole experience in itself is what's really awesome, you know, because like, yeah, for instance, Ryan was there, and we got to do one-on-one coaching with him. Like literally, he helped us create a nice capture page video with this nice, you know, hypnotizing background. It was great, man. And he's hooking us up with that. Thank you, Ryan. And you know, it was cool to, you know, you see these people like on the Hangouts, and like he said, on these Tactical Tuesday Hangouts and everything, and it's, you know, you relate with them, like J-Cron. He's awesome. Like everybody loves J-Cron. You know what I mean? And when you actually get to go up and shake their hands and talk to you, and you realize that they're a real person and that they genuinely care. I mean, they really do. From the people that are making the six figures to the people that are, you know, haven't made a dime yet. Like they care about your success. That's why they do all these trainings and everything. And you know, it was just the experience was just awesome. You know what I mean? It really was. It really was. We had so many breakthroughs on so many different levels that our lives won't be the same. And it's just like I told, you know, we've made the decision, come the next event, we're going to be on stage one way or another. We will be on stage because we know it. One thing that this event did for me and him both, I know this, is it affirmed everything. It affirmed that everything we're doing in our business, we're going in the right direction. You know, because when we were sitting there, we would be sitting at the table and they would be talking about stuff. And just like how Dave Wood, when he got up on stage and he was like, this business is about building relationships. I tapped Jeff on the back and I was like, relationship guys. You know what I mean? Like, that's what we're branding ourselves as, because that's what this business is about. It's about building relationships with people. And when you focus on that, and don't get me wrong, we're all here to make money. We're all here to do that. But when you stop focusing on that money and start really focusing on just helping people and paying it forward and doing your business the right way, then the money's going to come in naturally. And that, like I said, it affirmed everything that where we're going in our business, it's all in the right direction, and there's just not a doubt in my mind that we're going to make it. I mean, we're going to be making $10,000 a month before I know it. It's just crazy.
You know, one of the things that really sticks out to me time and time again, Johnny, is the fact that I mean, because I know I wasn't there, but I spent a lot of money buying those tickets to go and see the actual events, and I've grown so much. And the one consistent thing that I've noticed is that when you do something frightening and scary and you know, puts you out there, is the biggest time where you actually do the most growing. And you know, every time. I mean, I remember when I got the first $25 blogging platform, and I went for the affiliate, and you know, the paying my Aweber or whatever I was using at the time, it was scary. And then when I went up to the inner circle, it was a bit scary. But every time I made those jumps, and then I went on to the top producer formula, and then finally when I got the 15K, every single one of those moments have been a little bit scary, but it's always helped my business. It's always, because the training is so good. The training is unbelievable. It's it's not something that, you know, it's not pie in the sky. We're not just saying buy a bunch of stuff that you can buy anywhere on the net. The 15K formula is probably the most wanted product out there on the internet. People are always wanting to get a hold of it because it's got so much value. And those inner circles are unreal. I mean, absolutely. Oh man, it's just incredible stuff.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. You're right. The products in there are awesome, and I don't own all the products, but I will very soon. And I know that the value is awesome in them, and I know where it can take your business. And it's like this. This is just like the reality of it. You know, you hear the leaders. You hear them constantly say, "Get all in." You constantly hear them say that. You constantly hear them say, "Get to these events." I mean, there's a reason for that. You know what I mean? It's because that's what it takes to get to that actual financial freedom, to where you can literally be making that $10,000 to $30,000 a month. I mean, it's just amazing. And you know, when you start realizing that, like, dang, man, they're telling me this because they really like that's because of what it is. It's not because they're just trying to get me to buy another product or whatever. It's because that's what you have to do to get successful because of the value that's inside these products. That's how all these $1 million ring earners have become successful. And you're right about when you push through stuff. When you get uncomfortable, you do grow because like Jeff said, when we first got there on Thursday night, we were we're fairly new. You know what I mean? I mean, Jeff's been in here like
it's
a month.
Our first event.
Yeah, it's a first event. Nobody knew us or anything like that. So we're standing there and just kind of just watching everybody, and we're watching Jay Cron go around, and he's meeting and introducing everybody and just taking pictures and all this and that. And Jeff was like, we were standing there, and we got some nachos, like it was a nacho buffet or whatever, and we got some nachos. And I was standing there eating, and Jeff looked at me, he was like, you see him right there? Like, he's in a perfect lighting right now, dude. You need to go over there. Go over there. And I was like, I'm eating my nachos, man. He's over talking to somebody. He was like, dude, you can go stand right beside that lady. You can be next. And I was like, man, I'm eating. And like something in me was just like, you know what? Screw it. And I threw him out. Or actually, I finished eating them. I didn't throw them away. I'm sorry. I finished eating my nachos real quick. I'm a fast eater.
Johnny eats his food like this. Like, he literally, like, you got a regular plate of food, right? This is how Johnny eats. He like picks up the plate and just like pours it down his throat, like like that's how fast Johnny was eating because of what we were doing. Like, tell him what happened after, go ahead and finish your story.
Well, I mean, after I finished nachos, we just went up to him and just stood right beside him, and I tapped him on the shoulder and I shook his hand, told him, introduced myself, Jeff introduced himself, and I was like, yo, man, we've got a relationship blog, and, can you take just about 30 seconds to do a quick video real quick? Let me kind of interview you about how important it is to get to events and build relationships at these things, networking. He was like, yeah, man, sure, no problem, whatever you need. And I was shocked. I was like, awesome. And Jeff already had the camera ready, so we're sitting there. And I'm just like, and I just introduced it, basically introduced who he was and everything, and said, we were having a wild time, which it was freaking crazy. And, the video he did, dude, was so on point, like, for us. Like, that first video did a lot of things. It gave us a lot of different material that we can go a lot of different ways with in our business. And it gave us the confidence to literally just about go up to anybody. I mean, we got interviews with Mars. We got interviews with DiVerengio. We got interviews with, Jeff, who all we got interviews with? Pat Patterson. I mean, all these people. And in every video, guess what I did? When I started it out with our blog, with our website. So in all those videos, so we're taking all this content we got and literally making a marketing platform for us. So that's another thing. Like I told Jeff earlier, we were walking across the parking lot and we were getting ready to leave, and I had my laptop in my hand, and I said, I feel like I'm carrying a case full of gold, a case full of $1 million right here in my back. It's crazy. No doubt about it. This stuff, this content, everything that we've got at this event is what's going to take our business to that next level. So when you say, well, yeah, the ticket's $147, and it's going to cost me a plane ticket, and I'm going to have to get room. Listen, I don't care if it costs you $10,000 to get out there. If you take action while you're out there and you do what you're supposed to do, you're going to get so much in value to where you're going to be able to come back. And it's not a matter of, I'm telling you, just watch. That's all I'm going to say. Just watch. Y'all are about to see.
Don't believe me, just watch.
Oh, yeah. It's just crazy, man. All these events, it's so important to get to them. And like I said, they say people have their breakthroughs, and it's not about coming home and then making all the money. The breakthrough is what happens inside of you. It's what takes you to that next level. And it's like once you're at that, like you're not going to contract back. You know what I'm saying? You're going to stay. You're just going to continue to grow. And if it wasn't for the inner circles, if it wasn't for all that training that's in iPass and everything else, there's no way, man. There's no way I wouldn't have been up there, and there's no way that I would have been able to do what I did. And same with Jeff. I mean, there's no way, dude. This guy, Jeff, blew me away last night. Like I was just like, is this dude really walking up the sidewalk beside Chris Jones, like talking to him, like? is this really happening? And I got, video of it and everything. Like, it was just crazy. They're like, Chris Jones gave him a hug. He gave him a hug. So it was just mind blowing, man. Like the breakthroughs and just everything, and how everybody was just so cool and just, they didn't care that we weren't making $1 million. They didn't care. Like, it wasn't about that. It was just about building that relationship, and that's how we got to go to Waffle House with them at 4:00 in the morning. It was just me and Jeff were the only people there that didn't have a ring on for the most part. You know what I mean? That's how, So when you're sitting, that's like where you want to be. You know what I mean? Like, where else would you want to be? There's nowhere else I'd rather be than in Waffle House at 3 a.m. around a bunch of millionaires. There's just, it's amazing, man. So the events, guys, I'm telling you, the events are awesome.
Yeah, how many people could say they shut down Nashville's bars with Chris Jones? Like, no, not many. You know what I mean? Not many. Like, we just shut down the bars of Nashville with Chris Jones. Like, who does that? You just got to go to the event and take action. You got to, tell yourself in your mind, that you're going to do whatever I have to do to make it, and once you get that mindset that I'm going to make it no matter what, then that's when you have your breakthrough. I'm going to make it no matter what. I'm going to do what I need to do in my business,
One common question me and Jeff got asked whenever we would go up to these, different leaders and shake their hands. Like, for instance, Paul Hutchins got on stage, and when he went on stage, he brought his kids up. And that touched me because I want that. I want to bring my kids up on that stage with me and look out and be like this. You know what I'm saying? And I want that. I deserve that. My kids deserve that. And that just inspired me. And I stopped at the iPass party last night. I passed him. And I just stopped and I patted him on the shoulder and I said, I just want to shake your hand, man. I just want you to know you inspired me a lot on that stage, And he looked at me and I was kind of telling him my story and everything. And he was like, are you willing to die for this? Are you willing to do this or die? And I said, man, I will do this or I will die trying. And he looked right at me and he said, you're going to make it. And that's what it boils down to. It's like, how bad do you want this? Are you willing to do anything for this? And that goes into making sure you have your why correct and knowing what it is and make sure it's big enough, because if it's not, it's just not going to work. That's just the reality of it. It really is. You've got to have that why, and you've got to know exactly where you're going and get clear on that. And if you're not clear on it, then take time and get clear on it, because it's so important. It's like, in my eyes, in my vision, right? My $10,000 a month is already right here, right? And I'm right here. And all I have to do is walk right up to it, man. I'm on my way to it, and I know that. There's not a doubt about it.
If I could just interject here with you guys, and I know a lot of people watching are saying, gee, perhaps I wasn't there, I wasn't able to hang out with Chris Jones and all those leaders, but that is why we are emphasizing the inner circles. The inner circles are the 6 and 7 figure earners. It's like sitting down with them and listening to what they have to say. And that is how, every single person in this particular group, in the 24-hour marketing mastermind, the majority of people that have actually made huge differences in their lives are the people that are listening to Inner Circle every day. That's it straight up, You see results in what Jake Jervis is doing. What is he doing? He's listening to Inner Circle. He's getting as much training as he can. You listen to Johnny, what's he doing? Listening to Inner Circle. Listen to Jeff, Inner Circle. Wade Hamill, Inner Circle. Myself, Inner Circle. These are the people that are standing out and actually producing results every day because they are training their brain to think in a way that's going to help them. So don't worry if you haven't met the leaders yet. Understand that you have access to that in the Inner Circle. So if you're not in Empower Network yet, what I want you to do is I want you to get in now, take your credit card and put in your credit card and get into the Empower Network so you can get plugged in to those training, because that is the only way you're going to start shifting your mindset. All right?
You hear
I don't. Yes.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Carry on. No, it's just saying. that is the only way that you are going to make the biggest difference in your life. You know, the only way that I got good at a particular skill in anything I did was listening to people who were better at it than I was.
Yeah.
Right? So, I mean, when I started learning guitar and how to play in front of people, I learned from somebody who had experience and was doing it. And he taught me. And that's exactly what you need to do. If you don't have access to that information, how are you going to progress in your business? You know, if you think you're going to make it with just everything that you have right now, you know, I've got to tell you, you're not going to make it if you don't get plugged in to those people teaching you all the time. And you may be thinking, I'm trying to make a hard sell here, but I'm really trying to save your life.
Yeah.
I'm trying to help you that this is the way you're going to get out of debt. This is the way you're going to get out of a 9-to-5 job. The only way that you're going to accomplish this is by plugging into the Empower Network training. All right? So get there. Yeah.
You've got to have your mind right. And you hear all these leaders too, Dave. I mean, all they talk about is listen to audios every day. Listen to them. Listen to the inner circle. Plug into the inner circle. You know, the training inside those inner circles, guys, if you don't own that product, you're missing out because it's pure value, and you can implement that stuff in your business in so many different ways. Like, it's ridiculous. I mean, and it's just crazy. You're robbing yourself of your success if you're not at least have the inner circle product. You really are.
Jeff, you want to say something?
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's definitely, you know, the inner circles is what helped me to start getting my mind focused on the right things and doing the right things in my business. And that's why I was able to go up to these people and say, hey, you know what, Johnny? We might die today. We might die today. You know, let's at least try to get a picture with Dave Wood, which we did, by the way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, when you get that magic Dave Wood sauce on you, it's just hard to wipe it off. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I can't get the Dave Wood off of me. I don't want to. It's like, I just want to rub it in. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to.
I told Jeff, I said, I'll never wash this hand again.
You know, I mean, it's amazing what you can do once you have your mind in the right place. And, you know, those inner circle audios are so very important to the success that we're having, Johnny. I mean, we're both a testament to it, you know.
Yeah, definitely, man, definitely. I mean, it's on another level. It really is. It's on a completely different level. When you get your mind right and you've got everything else in place, your why and everything, guys, your business will go. It'll take off as long as you're consistent and you're taking action. That's all you need to do. I mean, as long as you're willing to do that, then, you know, you're going to have success. And that's the thing with iPass and Empower. Guys, there's so many success stories. There's so many people that are brand new that are coming in and just crushing it, just killing it. And it's all because they're taking action. That's all it is. It's like, how bad do you want it? You know, how bad do you want to come home to your kids? How bad do you hate your job? If you're like me, I hate where I work. And that's a big why on why I'm going to be successful online. You know, it's like, how bad do you want it? If you want it bad enough, you'll go get it. And that's just the reality of it.
You know, one of the things that I came away from in that particular session when they were doing the training, I love what Tracy Walker said about being psychologically unemployable.
Unemployed, yeah.
Oh my word, that was incredible. Because to be honest, right now, where I am in my business, I've come to the conclusion I'm psychologically unemployable. And actually, even when I was working a regular job, I was in that state as well, because I mean, this was ridiculous. I mean, how could I be working for so little pay?
Right.
And, you know, that's because now, with what I'm earning, it's kind of like there's no ways that I could work. You know, when somebody tells me that I got to work 9 hours and I've got to do this for them, and I got to work for so little pay, my time is much more valuable than that. And I would rather, so.
Yeah, and that's a whole nother thing there is you have to evaluate what your time is worth, right? So if you're not doing something, you know, if you think your time is, you know, $1,000 an hour or whatever, then, you know, if you're not doing stuff that you know is going to pay you that in the future, then you've got to find ways to get around it and either outsource it or do something else, and that'll be a way where you grow your business too. But I mean, that's, you know, when you get into it and you start getting results and stuff like that, you just start learning about all that stuff. And that's the thing with this, is like you are learning a lot, and it, you know, it is a lot to learn. But with iPass and with Empower, it shortens that learning curve in like a third, man. Like, you can get around this brand new so fast to where, I mean, you can make it happen and not have to worry about going over here and doing this or going over there and finding that or trying to hook this up with that. They've made it so stupidly simple. It's ridiculous. I mean, it's ridiculous. Like, it's crazy. So I mean,
and Pat Patterson, I mean, for Pete's sake, that guy, you know, he was saying he doesn't like blogging, right?
Right.
So you know, I mean, Pat Patterson does all the stuff, you know, Inner Circle, that sort of thing. So he's got the mindset right. And that guy, people were saying, you know, what's your secret to blogging? He got like second place in the blogging challenge. And I'm like, what the heck is this guy doing?
And he hates
I don't know nothing about blogging.
Yeah,
he just blog.
Yeah,
so and he blogs. He just blogged every day, followed the rules for the blogging challenge, and he's up there like on stage. And I'm like, what the heck just happened?
Yeah.
That's simple.
Yeah, he's right up there on stage, man, coming second place in the blogging challenge, and stood right up there on stage and said, I hate to blog. You know, but I do it because I know where it's going to take my business. And that's the reality of that's what you have to do. You know, some people don't like making videos. You know, that doesn't matter. You know, you're going to have to get uncomfortable and get in front of a camera, because that's how you're going to build a relationship with people, is by looking at them, by them looking at you and realizing that you're a real person. You know, it's all just a matter of just, you know, we get in this stage where, like, we turn the camera on and we just, like, you know, and it's like,
today,
you know, it's like
to talk about,
it's like we all do it. You know, we all say it. We all
I've been there. Trust me, I've been there.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, but you have to do it. You just have to force yourself to do it. And each time you do it, you're going to get better at it. You're going to get faster at it. You know, if it's taking you an hour to upload a video right now on YouTube, keep doing it, because I promise you, you'll get down to where you can get it uploaded, ranked, and everything in like 12 minutes. I mean, it's not hard.
And another thing cool about going to these events, guys, is like Johnny said earlier, like Ryan Maynard and Wade Baskin actually took their time to sit down and kind of direct us. I mean, that's who, you know, that's who our sponsors is. We're up under these people, so they're helping to pull us up there with them by sitting down and saying, hey, you know, I've got this professional video equipment. Why not use it? You know, let me help y'all out, and let's go down here and shoot you a capture page video that's just going to blow everybody away. You know, I mean, like, where else are you going to do that? I mean, are you going to fly out to San Diego and go chill with Ryan for the day? I mean, not that that's not, I mean, like, I would love to do that. I'm going to do that soon, probably, actually. Yeah, we'll have to go hiking or something, Ryan, but no poison oak, you know. No poison oak this time, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I mean, and then the locations that you can do videos in, it's just like you can find, just walking around the Gaylord Opry Land Resort and Spa, you know, you can find 100 different locations. It's 9 acres of Disneyland under glass, is how Jay Cron described it. You know, he said it's 9 acres of Disneyland under glass. So, like, me and Johnny walked all around that place, and so did a lot of other people there, just finding really great, awesome lifestyle type backgrounds to shoot videos in. I mean, that's worth every penny of it.
And the thing is, with iPass and with Empower, is like the way that it's structured, and you guys may not understand this, but the way that this is structured, your upline benefits to help you. So there's no reason why you won't get help, because your upline is going to benefit from that, especially with what's coming up. You know what I mean? Like, it's so crazy. So if you're somebody that's maybe like, you know, well, I want to do this, but I don't want to be left alone, then, you know, you want some guidance, then that's cool. The guidance is here. The groups are here. The Facebook groups, every kind of support, everything that you need to, you know, get started with this thing is you know, there. I mean, not sitting here saying that somebody's going to literally, you know, hold your hand by it, but what like I do with my team is I do help them. I get on Skype and if they have a question. Now, I'm not going to sit here and walk you through step by step how to set up your autoresponder when all you have to do is push a button. Right? I mean, it's not hard because it's one of those things where you have to learn how to do it. You actually have to go through that process and do it because it's going to make you stronger. You're going to be learning different things while you're doing that, and you have to do that to sustain yourself. Because if you can't sustain your autoresponder, if you can't push a button and get your autoresponder straightened up, then there's no way you'll be able to sustain a business. I mean, that's just the reality of it. You have to go through that and do it.
Yeah, we had I remember it was last night. They had Mike Hobbs on, and he was saying the number one reason that he had for not blogging and not making videos, one of them was that he didn't want to do it. So, because people are saying, he was saying, well, my first reason was that I'm a shy person. That's what he said. But he said my other reason was that I didn't want to do it, and he had a very simple answer to that, and that was get over yourself. Just do it anyway. Right. If you don't like making videos, and you think, okay, well, I don't like to blog, I don't make I don't know how to make videos. You've just got to start saying, you know what, I got to do it anyway.
Yeah, don't make excuses.
Yeah, I do not like writing. It's a known fact. Everybody who knows me, in my entire schooling career, I never read a book once. Not once did I read a book. And people say, how the heck did you get through school? And, to be quite honest, I did everything I could not to. If I'd spent all that energy actually reading a book, I might have even got better at school, But the truth is that now I'm actually forced in a position where I have to blog, all right, and I have to make videos, and I have to speak and make hangouts for all of you watching. Okay, very good tip. Start your own hangouts. I know that Jeff and Johnny are going to be starting their hangout soon, and they're going to be having a hangout on Wednesday, which all you all want to invited to. You got to get there. And we'll be sending out the link, and it'll be coded so you can send it out to your list, guys. So, start pushing yourself. Make yourself uncomfortable. Get in a position where you can say, "Oh man, this doesn't feel right," and because when you start feeling like that, that's when you know that you are growing. All right.
Yeah.
Don't know how to use a computer? Get a course and teach yourself how to use a computer. If you're sitting there struggling because you don't know how to, I don't know, maybe you don't know how to make shortcuts, go to YouTube, how to make shortcuts, and follow the instructions. Just do everything you can to learn something, all right? Get a skill down.
And the thing is here's what's cool about that. Like, as you're learning, do it, and then teach it. You know what I mean? So if you're somebody that, is struggling doing something, learn how to do it, and then teach it, because you're providing that value out into the marketplace, and that's what this is about. It's about giving away value. It's about giving away as much value as you can to the marketplace, and even the littlest, simplest things, guys, that matters. Something as simple as showing somebody how to set up an autoresponder, or showing somebody how to code a webinar or something like that, like Ryan did. That was cool. Dave, you've got training, dude. That's phenomenal. There's no excuse. The training that's here between this group, this team, in iPass and Empower, there's no excuse. The only way you'll fail is by not taking action, by not doing it. It's on you, because everything else is there. You have to position yourself in order to make this work. And you've got to realize it is a real business. You're going to have to invest some money. That's just the reality of it. But when you can run, I don't know anywhere, you can't run a business on what anywhere close to what you can run this online business. You just can't do it. And if you position yourself right, you'll make your money back real quick. It's just a matter of doing it.
I mean, when you were an auto mechanic at one stage, Johnny.
Yeah.
There's no ways you could have run that business if you just said, "Let me see if I can do it for nearly free."
No, man, no.
There's no ways, and the principles in life guide you. I mean, the same principles in business apply here.
Yeah.
You've got to invest in your business. You know, you cannot think that making money online is going to be the easiest thing in the world because you think for some reason it's going to be so, you know, it's going to be free. And the problem with free is that when you are doing something for free, you're going to attract people that want to do something for free also.
Right.
So you attract all of these freepreneurs that really don't want to invest anything, and you wonder why you're not making any money online. And you know what? Every single business out there is connected to one another, and people are paying money to invest in those sort of things.
Yeah.
So why is it any different online than offline?
Right. It's not, other than the fact that I run my online business where I'm at for about $400 a month. You know what I mean? And when I had my offline business, my repair shop, my rent alone was $10,000 a month. I mean, it's, you know, it's that's not even to mention the debt it left and everything else. You know what I mean? Because offline businesses fail. I mean, that's just the reality of it. You know. But the only way you can fail at an online business is just by not taking action. And like you said, it isn't. I look at it like this: is this business isn't hard. Like with everything you have, the training, the tools, the mentorship, the leadership, the coaches, everything else, it's not hard. It just takes hard work. You know what I mean?
Hey, you know, one thing that got me jump started yesterday, besides that shot of tequila I had, you know, last night, you know, one of the things that really got me jump started is as soon as I walked in the iPass Black Card party, Alex Zubrev came up to me and he said, and he did this, and it was so profound. It was like, that makes total sense, you know. And he just walked up to me and he said 3 words. He said 3 words to me. He said, income producing activities.
Yeah.
Then he looked at me, he went, and just walked off. I was like, what the hell just happened here? You know, I'm like, what happened? And then it clicked in my head, and I was like, that's what I'm supposed to be doing. Is everything that I do I should be asking myself, how is this making me income? You know what I mean? Is being on Facebook, chatting with 100 people a day going to make me income? No. Honestly not. You know what I mean? Unless I've got enough stuff already out there that I can just drive massive traffic to my business, then I need to get my ass off Facebook, get my ass to work. That's just the reality of it. And, you know, that kind of set in motion a lot of different things for me after that point. So it's just, like I'm going to tell you guys, it's income producing activities. What are you doing to make your business work? Because at the end of the day, the people who cry, this is a scam, this is a pyramid, this is blah, 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 just shut up. Shut up. It's your income producing activities that matter. And if you're not doing anything to produce income, guys, there's no little leprechaun that's going to drop off a pot of gold in your lap. It's not going to happen. You're not going to have Ed McMahon just show up and hand you a big ass check for $1 million. If you want $1 million, you get your ass out there and you do it. You know, that's all there is to it. And if you're not willing to do it, then just don't sign up. That's pure and simple. That way you don't have to worry about losing out on anything. You know, don't take any chances in life. Go get that safe job at Starbucks because the world needs people like you. You know, I need people to fix me a latte when I want one. You know what I'm saying? So it's plain and simple. If you don't want to make money, if you don't want to own a business, if you don't want to put forth any effort in life, then don't do it. Don't do it. Just go work at Starbucks. Fix me a Frappuccino. I like mocha Frappuccinos. You know what I'm saying? So good. I mean, that's plain and simple. That's the pure facts of life. Either you're going to take risks or you're not. Either you're going to lay on your bed when you're 80 years old, and you might think back at this webinar and go, what? What was I thinking, you know? Like, them guys were telling me to jump in, and I was wanting to jump in, but I was too damn afraid to take the chance on myself. I was too afraid to believe in myself, and now I'm laying here 80 years old, about to die, and I didn't take enough chances in life. I worked at Starbucks. That's all I did with my life. Do you really want to do that? No. That's why you jump out there and you take chances.
It's like Dave Wood says, like, we're going to do this with or without you. I mean, that's the reality. Like, there's going to be millionaires made. There's going to be thousandaires made. And just, you know, obviously income disclosure. You can see the average income disclosure at empowernetwork.com/income. And You know, but the money's going to be made. You know what I mean? That's just the reality of it. There's going to be millionaires. Dave Wood has a vision to create 100 millionaires. You know what I mean? A year.
Per year.
And that vision is going to come true. It's going to happen. And you can either be a part of it or you can watch it. Don't do like I did for the last year and sit and watch other people's success, because that's what I did before I got an iPass. I watched Dave grow. I watched Ryan grow, and I was like, damn, I should be doing this too. And that's when I took action and was like, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to treat my business like a business, and I'm going to be serious about it. And it was when I got serious about it is when I started getting results. You know, that's what it is. And anybody can do this. It really, I don't care who you are, what your situation is. You know, I don't care. You can do it. You can do this. You
do this.
If I can just say something about you two guys, I want to say, first of all, guys, that you're watching this webinar right now, and the one thing that just inspires me as well is that these two guys have just come back from the actual event. So they arrived like an hour ago from where they were driving, and they got on the Hangout right now. Now, I don't know too many people that would do that,
Right.
And I just want to commend you guys for being able to get on here with us and that you share that with us, because I know that you guys must be absolutely exhausted.
It's
I'll tell you
because
what, that drive was exhausting more than anything, man. I was already wiped out from, drinking beer with Chris Jones all night, and then, we literally went to bed, had a cab drop us off from the Waffle House at, probably
like
5 o'clock this morning or so, and woke back up at 9 o'clock, and, went over to shoot some videos in the resort and stuff. Went out into the resort and shot some videos, and drove straight back here. And like I said, man, I got to hug my kids and put them to bed and stuff, and that was really about it. And the reason that I can drive straight back like that and hop on this Hangout is because I actually care. You know what I mean? Like, there's besides my people who are listening, and shout out if you're here, if I've emailed you a link or whatever and you're here, but the majority of the people on this thing, I don't have anything to benefit by being here, honestly. I don't. But that's how strong our community is, is that people who have no way of benefiting, period, off of you will still help you, no matter if they're going to make $1 off of you or if, anything. But they're going to build that relationship with you, and that's what matters, is that we're all willing to help each other.
Yeah,
and that's what the community is about, empowering each other.
Yeah, and just like you said, we didn't care to do it. We're actually honored to be on here. You know what I mean? Because I've got mad respect for you. I've got mad respect for this team, and we do it because we're passionate about it. We do it because we want to help. You know what I mean? And we do it because we get it. We understand that by providing more value, by doing stuff like this, and giving you guys, and if you're watching this, stay tuned, okay? Because you guys are going to get a little bonus that we're going to offer you if you decide to take action, and it's going to be awesome. So, but we do it because it's what we're passionate about. It's what we love helping people. We love inspiring people. Like, one of my passions, what I want to do, is I want to be going around to some prisons and some jails and stuff like that, and actually inspiring, people that are in there and letting them know that when they come out of jail, when they come out of prison, that they have other options, that they don't just have to go get that job at McDonald's and work there for the rest of their life, that they can come out and they too can live a life of freedom. They too can be free of financial struggles and not have to live a life of poverty and everything else, because that's what society wants us to do. That's how we're programmed to do in this world. We're programmed to get up, we're programmed to go to school. We go to school for 12 years, and then we're programmed that we're supposed to go to college for another 4 years. And then when we go to college for another 4 years, we can't even get a damn job making no money. I know people that went to college and they're at Dillard's working for $10 an hour right now. They've got bachelor degrees. Jeff's a perfect example of that with his background and everything else. What's your major?
I double majored in business with I have a business administration degree and a business administration with concentration in accounting. I graduated with a 3.82 GPA, magna cum laude, at the top of my class. Got out of school, and honestly could not find a job that I really wanted to work. And I'm one of those guys who absolutely refuses to die in a cubicle. Like, my worst nightmare is that I would be working in a cubicle somewhere, and somebody would come over and find my dead body just laying there in a cubicle. Like, I absolutely refuse to die in a cubicle, guys.
Right.
I mean, like, no, I'm not fixing to do that. I'm fixing to go out and hang out with Dave Wood and Justin Ferengia and D and Aaron Rashkin and, you know, and just drink beer and have fun and party and still make money doing it. And
Yeah,
again, you can see our average income disclaimer at BellerNetwork.com/Jacob.
Right. But it's just awesome. You know what I mean? I mean, it really is, because you can do it. You can create that life of freedom. You can create any kind of life that you want. But that's the thing, is you have to create it. Nobody's going to create it for you. You've got the tools, you've got the system, you've got everything else you need, but you have to create that. You know what I mean? Like, you have to do it, and when you're willing to do that, when you're willing to do anything and everything, just whatever it takes, then you're going to have success, because that's all it takes, is just being consistent and taking action and having that big enough why, plugging into the system, getting the inner circle. I cannot stress that enough, how important that is. If you don't have that inner circle, it's, pull your credit card out, push the button right below, go get started, and go get the inner circle. Okay?
Get there, yeah, and you want to do that. You know what? You not only want to do that because it's going to benefit you, but you want to do that because when you do that, our great friend Dave Renica is going to add you to the 24-hour mastermind group. You know, no matter who you're here, no matter who brought you here to this hangout, you're still going to get to be a part of the 24-hour mastermind group. And guys, I don't think that you understand just the value of that. You know what I'm saying? Just because, I mean, like, I'm in there, that should be reason enough. Just come hang out with me. You know what I mean? Johnny's in there. That should be reason enough. Go hang out with Johnny.
And not to mention,
go hang out with Dave. You know, like, I mean, you get to, like, just learn so much material that it's not funny, and that's the material that's going to take your business to the next level. And see, the thing is that people don't understand about what we do is they think, oh, well, I got to be on my computer writing stuff, and I don't even know what to write about, and this and that and the other. And here's the thing, guys. I mean, all you do is, okay, as, you know, the people out there who are listening who haven't joined yet, you probably work a job of some sort, you know. So if you're a security guard, like a guy I was networking with this weekend, he's a security guard. So I said, you know what you do? Here's exactly what you do. You know, he's interested in sports, so he's thinking about, you know, starting a sports blog. But I said, here's exactly what your target market is, guys. It's you. You know what I'm saying? Go look in a mirror and say, hey, I'm a security guard. I want to reach other security guards who are like me, who hate their job, who hate, those long hours, the overwork and the underappreciation. And I'm going to go out there and tell them, hey, guys, I found a better way to do this. Now check out what I'm doing and go over to my site. You know, and it's that simple. The sales funnel takes care of all the hard work for you. You set your stuff up on, you can literally run this business on autopilot. You give somebody a web address to go over to, and it's that simple, guys.
Did y'all hear what he just said? Like, because what he just said was gold. Like, he just told you how to run your business. Your target market is you. So just like he said, get your ass up, go look in the mirror, and that's the people you're trying to reach. Because it's people that connect with you, it's people that you're going to attract to your business. You're not trying to attract everybody. If you're trying to attract everybody, you're attracting nobody. You know what I mean? It's like me and Jeff have so much fun when we do our videos. We've got to where we're doing videos together because we're branding ourselves as the relationship guys. We're branding ourselves on building relationships in business. We're branding ourselves on building relationships, and helping people, like, in struggling relationships and stuff like that. Like, that's how we want to go with that, because that's what we're passionate about. And that's what you have to do. You have to find something that you're passionate about, and that's the people you're trying to target. If you're someone that likes to sew, then find other people that like to sew. Or if you're someone that likes, I don't know anyone that likes to sew, that was a bad example. Maybe like knit, you know what I mean? Something like that.
I like to sew, Johnny. I like to sew.
But, if you know what I'm saying. I mean, I
sew in my spare time.
I talked to a guy that is another mechanic, and I talked to him actually out there in Nashville before we left, and he was like, man, I've heard of Empower and iPass and everything. He was like, I actually checked it out a couple years ago, and I was like, dude, like, it was great a couple years ago, and like now it's great. You know what I mean? Like it's awesome.
Like now,
you know what I'm saying?
It's stupidly great now,
Yeah.
especially with what we learned this weekend. And guys, I mean, like, before they ever made any of the big announcements or anything, me and Johnny had actually caught up with Mars. And for those of you who don't know who Mars is, he's the CMO of Empower Network, which is the Chief Marketing Officer. So Mars actually spilled some secrets out accidentally. You know, like he was like, I shouldn't even be saying this shit right now, but I'm telling you know, like I'm going to say it anyway. I know there's like 7 video cameras running, but I'm going to say it, and y'all just don't post the video stuff until then. And you know, if you make the decision to go ahead and get started with us today, guys, then over in the 24-hour mastermind group, you know, we're going to give you some crazy stuff that we caught on camera this weekend.
Yeah,
you know, and if you're already a part of the 24-hour mastermind group, guys, head over to the group right after this webinar, because I'm actually going to upload a few videos to that group, and Johnny's going to do so as well, that we had already talked about. Because, guys, these are things like you'd be like, man, this is crazy. Like people are willing to go. People high up in the company as a CEO are willing to go out of their way to help you succeed.
Yeah.
So if they're willing to go out of your way to help you succeed, can you not do 1 or 2 things in your business per day and just stay consistent with it? Sure you can. You know, right. It's like Johnny was talking about earlier. You know, are you willing to die for this? Yeah. I mean, if you're wise big enough, you are. If you want freedom for your family, if you don't want to put your kids in daycare, if you want to travel, if you want to tell Starbucks, you know, just I'm done making frappuccinos now. I'm ready to go and believe in myself. You know, I'm tired of fixing Jeff's coffee. You know, I mean, like literally, you just do it. I mean, like one of my breakthroughs, Johnny said, you know, we had these amazing breakthroughs, and one of the breakthroughs that I had was an internal conversation with myself where I just told myself, stop being a pussy and do it. You know, so I have to tell myself, just stop being a wimp. Just go do it. You know, like whatever you want to do in life, just go do it, because that's the only way to live. If you are being so cautious that you're not taking any risk, then by default you just lost at life, because you didn't experience anything. You didn't experience any fun. You didn't believe in yourself enough to think that you can be successful. And guys, I'm sitting here telling you, Dave's sitting here telling you, Johnny's telling you, we believe in you. You can't do this. You absolutely can do this. I've seen stay-at-home moms. I've seen teachers. I've seen a lady in a wheelchair from North Carolina that was about 6,700 years old and hadn't been out of the house in 5 years, and she's doing this. So give me one excuse why you cannot do this. Just put the damn nachos down and do this.
Right.
You know, like, go do it.
Yeah, that's what pushed me to really go, like, and it helps, like, if you're weak in something, okay, so like with me, right, I love doing videos. I like doing videos, right? Well, I don't like to blog so much. So, you know, Jeff takes care of, you know, a lot of the blogging with us. So, I mean, if you're weak with something, guys, there's nothing wrong with finding someone else that believes in you and partnering up with them, you know. I mean, I feel very, very fortunate. I'm very blessed to have Jeff with me in my business and us go on this journey together, because we struggled for so long online trying to make something work, and we always wanted to build a business together, and this allows us to do that. It allows us to build it together to where we're both going to have that massive success. So, I mean, it's just awesome. And you can do that too. There's nothing wrong with finding someone else that believes in you and partnering up with them, where you're weak, they're strong, or they're strong, you're weak. Then it just meshes together so good when it happens like that. And one thing we noticed, like, you know, up there was the couples that were up there, like they were so supportive of each other and just so like in sync with their business and everything together. Like, and that's why they believe in each other, and there's nothing wrong. And even like when we talked to Anna and Alex, you know, she was even saying, like, you know, where I'm weak, he's strong. Where I'm strong, he's weak. And that's how they mesh so good together. You know, so I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. That's an option for you, just throwing that out there, you know.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like sharing the real estate on something, like we share the real estate on our blog, we share the real estate, we share everything, you know. So we're a team. And you know, just like one thing that really hit me in the interview that we did with Alex and Anna Zubarev. And for those of you who don't know who Alex and Anna Zubarev are, if you're not involved with Empower Network, this is a couple, guys, who is over the $900,000 mark in their business, and in a very short period of time at that. You know, for that kind of success and that kind of money, it's happened very quickly for them. But one thing that really hit me that they said in the interview was, you know, I don't like dealing, like Johnny said, you know, I don't like dealing with all the technical stuff. I don't like doing the social media marketing. I only like really doing this one thing that I like doing. And there's nothing wrong with just just doing one thing, guys. But, you know, if you can find someone who you really mesh with and partner up with that person and just, you know, agree to split the real estate on your blog or wherever it is, you know, just guest post on each other's blog, whatever you want to do, whatever it is that you don't like doing, get that person to do it. You're going to be able to build this so much faster, you know.
You know, if I could just interject, guys, you know, the thing that I find so amazing, and you were saying, Jeff, you know, you don't like all the technical stuff, but you know, the truth is that when you start out with the actual blogging platform, it is so simple. When I say so simple, let me just get this right here. Yeah. It does everything but write the blog for you. Okay, so and I'm talking about give me a headline, you know, give me an idea to talk about, you know. So give me a headline. You type in a subject, and it comes up with a title for you. You know, the blogging challenge will actually tell you what to write about. You know, there's none of this setting up a blog, getting up all your widgets and your all of the things set up properly. It's designed for marketing. It's actually designed, and you know, they're going to be launching something in the future that's going to be unbelievable. And I cannot wait. I cannot wait.
You better get in and get positioned is all I'm telling you. Like,
that's it. Oh my God. It. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Get your ass in here. You know what I mean? Like
that Coloto, the premium they spoke about.
Oh man.
It's ridiculous.
I mean, because here's the thing, right? You're doing a blog, and now you're thinking, how do I do keywords? How do I do that? You know, I'm not sure this is working out. They actually have a widget, okay, in the Coloto Premium that's coming out very soon. They actually have a widget that says, do this. You know, it's kind of like, you know.
It's so stupidly simple.
It is so simple, and you don't have to work out, you don't have to set it up, or everything is done for you. The only thing you need to do is write, okay? So if you're not technically minded, it's literally paint by numbers simple. All right, so get in there, man.
Yeah, you don't have to be a techie person. You don't have to be, you know, that's what's great about this is everything's done for you. These leaders, these people that have built their success, you know, with Empower and iPass, they've done it all for you. They've done all the hard work for you. There's no websites to set up. There's no, you know, I mean, for crying out loud, you can set your autoresponder up with pushing a button. You know, it's like how much, you know, and it loads your messages up for you and everything. Like, how much stupidly simpler can you get? You know what I mean? Like, everything's done for you. All you have to do is take action. You know what I mean? And just implement the training and use the tools and everything that we give you, you know, inside of iPass and inside of Empower to be successful, and just take action on it. And you're gonna. It's not a matter of if you'll succeed. It's a matter of when you will. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And when you will is when you make the decision to take action. That's when you'll succeed.
When you get serious.
Yeah, when you get serious. When your why is big enough, when your purpose for doing what you're doing is big enough, that's when you'll succeed.
Yeah.
So let's switch gears here for a second, guys, if I can. So I have a really cool story about Lawrence Tam for y'all, if y'all want to hear it. I mean, if you want to hear it, type
it. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, tell
who wants to hear it?
Yeah. Right. Put down in the comments if y'all want him to tell the story real quick. Put down there.
Yeah, just there's a delay on the video, so just give it a few minutes.
Okay, I'll give it a second because I want to know who really wants to hear this story because it's actually a cool story.
It's a really cool story.
All right, I'm just gonna. I can't see the comment section, so I'm just gonna. I mean, are we good? Everybody want to hear it? Everybody wants to hear it?
I want to hear it. I want to hear it.
I want to hear it.
You want to hear it?
I love hearing it.
Yeah, I want to hear it.
So we're at the iPass Black Party last night, and I know I keep going back to that, but I mean, literally, you know what, guys? I'm gonna go back. I mean, I'm gonna get to this story, but I need to tell you something that, like, how we met most of the people we met was in the smoking section right outside the event. You know what I mean? Like, you go outside if you're a smoker, even if you're not a smoker, go out there and act like you smoke. You know what I mean? Like, get your ass out there. You know, if you see Alex and Anna Zubrev sit around, we literally sit there and pick their brain for 30 minutes, and they let us.
Yeah.
You know, like, straight up gave us some ninja tricks that, you know,
they
held nothing back because they wanted to succeed. All right, so anyway, the iPass Black Party last night, I wanted to talk to Lawrence Tam, so I was like, you know, went over beside him. I waited. I didn't interrupt his conversation. I was, I acted like he was me and what I would want somebody to do if they approached me. So I stood there and I waited. And I said, "Hey, Lawrence, come here. Let me ask you a question." And those of you who don't know Lawrence Tam, I actually followed Lawrence Tam on Twitter before I ever heard about Empower Network, because that dude is that powerful with his marketing. Like, that is a straight ninja, dude. But anyway, so I was like, "Hey, Lawrence, come here. Let me ask you a question." His Twitter handle is Spoon, and so Spoon, like the silverware. And so I said, "How did you get your Twitter handle? Like, where did you come up with Spoon?" And, you know, that led into him talking about a cartoon called Tick. I think that's right, or something, The Tick, that used to come on when he was, growing up. And so every time the Tick would do something or say something or something, I don't remember, you know, what the Tick, but every time he was going into battle or something, he would utter Spoon. And so he, like Lawrence said, he knew he needed to start branding himself as soon as he came online. He knew that it was important to have a handle, something that people could find you by, or something like that. So he decided he was going to use Spoon, his cartoon. So I was like, that is so crazy that I spend literally hours thinking of how to come up with these different usernames I use and stuff, and all I have to do is just make it stupidly simple and something that I actually like in life. But that led into a 15 or 20 minute conversation with Lawrence Tam, and we got some things cooking down the road between me and him, and so and actually I all the people in the 24-hour marketing group seen it early because I put it in there, but Lawrence Tam ended up he said, we started talking about how I drive traffic to my business, and so I told him, how I'm driving traffic, and he was like, "Holy shit, I gotta know you." He said, "How do I find you on Facebook?" And I said, I started to spell out my name, and he just threw me his phone, just tossed me his phone and said, Here you go, just put your name in." You know what I mean? Like, literally right there, just was like, here's my phone, and I wanted to honestly just take off running with it, like, this dude just took his phone, this millionaire just took his phone, like, I'm gonna go find out all of his secrets right now,
But the reality of it is there is no secrets, right? I mean, there's really not. Like,
there's no secrets, man. He gave it all. They gave it all to him.
There's no secret, secret magic, something that makes all this happen. You know what I mean? Like, if you just do the training and do what's in the system, it'll happen. That's your secrets right there. It's all in iPass. It's all in Empower. That's your secrets.
Yeah,
and,
I mean, get in.
Yeah, get in for sure. Get in for sure. Dang, we're going on. Are we really going on an hour and a half on this thing?
Yeah, we are, man.
Dang, man. If you guys are still watching this, we appreciate it for real, because we hope it's inspired you or gave you some value and stuff like that, because that's what we're here to do. So.
Well, let me say, on behalf of everyone in this actual page and everybody watching, I want to thank you guys for taking the time to be on this hangout tonight. I really appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man, right on.
I also want to remind everybody that's watching right now, please be on the lookout in the 24-hour marketing mastermind for the hangout that's going to happen for these guys on Wednesday. Do you know what time it's going to be on Wednesday?
9 Eastern.
9 Eastern Standard. All right. So at the same time, and we'll be throwing a link in there, but we'll have a link that's coded so you can actually go ahead and send it to your list. And let me say, guys, what you need to be doing is you need to be sending this out to your list, all right? So if you get emails from us, take the emails that we send out to you and alter them a bit so that they fit in with your style and send them to your list. All right, because it's a big thing. All right, if you want to start giving people real value, you've got to give people real moments. And I can't think of anybody as real as these two when they get on, because they honestly are the most realistic people that you will find, and the most genuine people that you will find in this industry. Honestly, guys, thank you so much for being on here. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. And one thing I just want to say is I want you guys to understand that me and Jeff are different, right? we're very unique, and so our hangout is going to be very unique. Okay, so we've got some things that we've got already planned on how it's going to be structured, and it's going to be worth very much value.
It's going to be a blast. You don't want to miss it.
It's going to be interactive, because that's what we want to create, is that interactive environment. We want to have fun. We want to do it like that. So it's going to be very unique. So just make sure and check it out. And like Dave said, you need to be sent out to your list, because these things, these hangouts, guys, they make you money. I mean, really, and all you have to do is send out an email. Really, I mean, it's not huge. Post a link on Facebook. I'll even whenever when I send out to my list for this particular hangout, when I send out to that, I always put a call to action at the bottom saying, if you're not on my team, or if you're not in, iPass or whatever yet, then go ahead and join now. Like send it like an hour before. Go ahead and join now and go blast it on Facebook. And you could literally get a sale that day. It's that simple, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it really is. It's simple.
So yeah, definitely do that. Like I said, we appreciate it, Dave, for real, man, and we appreciate you guys.
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely.
No, that's fine, man. Guys, you're the best, honestly. All right, guys. So please keep an eye out, because what I'm doing is I'm having what they call impromptu hangouts that we're going to be having during the week. So every now and then I'll get out with a few people, and we will be talking about the type of training that we're learning, and I'll be sending that out to the group as well. So keep an eye out for that. I'll be putting it in the group, and because we're going to be learning and growing, and for those of you who are actually wanting to learn and grow and are actually starting to put this into practice, this is the type of hangout that you want to get on as well when you start seeing results. So keep that in mind. Hey guys, thank you so much for joining us, and just stay on the line, guys, before we say goodbye. But also, yeah, so we'll see you next week for another hangout. All right,
man. See you guys.
See you Wednesday.